Dear learners, welcome to NIOS. The subject is Home Science. Lesson number 12, Space Management. We have completed part 1 of this chapter. You may have seen the video series. This is part 2. As you can see from the picture, work centers. The area specified for an activity or a work is called a work center, which has anything that you need to do your work. For example, laptops, mobiles, mouse, etc. Let's discuss about the work center that is in the house, the cooking area. The area which is used for cooking is called kitchen. So anything related to cooking activities, cleaning, utensils, pre-preparation, etc. is done in the kitchen. Different activities take place inside the kitchen, which can also be very important for space management. There are 3 levels I will discuss here. First is, once you are cooking anything, like something that you're using again and again frequently, for example salt, spices, etc. that are used more often. Sugar that is used more often can be kept at a very close by distance so that it's easier. Atta, flour, sugar, rice, etc. which is heavy, it's advisable not to keep it at a height. It can fall or you will get some injury. So it's always advisable to keep it on the floor so that it's easier to use and you can keep it close to you. Things that you don't use every day, for example, you cook noodles, etc. only on Sundays, you can keep them at a height and so that they can be taken out whenever they are needed. So remember these 3 things. So once cooking is done, you can arrange the plates, etc. on the wall. There's the racks that are available. So these are the things we should follow in the kitchen. Now let's discuss pre-preparation area and the dining area in the kitchen. So we need to cut vegetables, etc. before we start cooking. You can either cut inside the kitchen or you can utilize other space, the dining area, and even watch TV while using your while cutting vegetables. After the food is cooked, you can either serve the food inside the kitchen itself or you can put it on the dining area and everyone can serve themselves. So you can decide depending upon the space. If you have space in the kitchen, you can do it there. If you don't have the space, you can keep it in the dining area. If you have different kinds of dining areas, it's either 3-seater, 2-seater, 5-seater. Sometimes you can even go for a folding dining table so that it can utilize a lot of space. Once you've eaten the food, you can close it back. So space management can be done in that area as well. Utensils area we also have to always wash our utensils to protect them from any sickness. So while washing the utensils, just remember water availability is there in the kitchen. The sink is there and you can keep it the closer by. So you can have double sink also for washing the utensils, or you can keep the wet utensils in the rack. Don't immediately keep it back inside the places you keep it. First put it in an open rack. If water is not available for washing the utensils, sometimes that happens. You have to keep it, you have to do a lot of storage. So you can plan accordingly. If you don't have a 24-hour supply of the water, keep water storage close to your kitchen so that you can easily carry it. Now let's discuss the concept of kitchen. Kitchens may be of different shape and sizes. Let me show you using pictures. This is one wall kitchen. Everyone has different kinds of houses. So one wall kitchen is usually in smaller houses. Everything is inside that kitchen only. That's called a one wall kitchen. Preparation, cooking, storing, washing of utensils, everything is done there. Now let's discuss two wall kitchen. Here are the 2 walls that are facing each other and kitchen arrangements are done there. So this is called 2 wall kitchen. This is L-shaped kitchen. L is 2 walls adjacent to each other in the kitchen area, and that's the shape, which is good, spacious. and accordingly you can put all your items there. U-shaped kitchen. This is 3 walls adjoining for kitchen arrangement. The slabs can be put in and the arrangement is well done, wherein you can have a modular kitchen as well. That's called a U-shaped kitchen. We have discussed about the kitchen. Now let's discuss bathing area. Bathing area is usually used for different kind of activities. Water is a must. You should always have a water arrangement ready. Things that we need is soap, shampoo, sweeping areas, etc. We have to be very, very careful while electric switches are there. Avoid having electric switches near to the water, especially the showers, etc., so that you don't get any electric shock. So it's very, very important that electric switches are kept aside. And on the floor, just remember to have non-slippery tiles. Don't use the same tiles that you have used for your house generally, because non-slippery tiles are very important for the bathroom, and to avoid any injury it's better to have them. And we have to be very, very mindful while we are doing our chores in the bathroom that there is a proper drainage facility available so that water is drained out quickly. If it is not drained out, water can accumulate inside the bathroom and can cause a lot of problems. So it has to have a main drainage point also. And the slope of the floor can be a little there. The slope can easily lead to a drainage point. So be mindful of the architecture in the bathing area. The third one is the sleeping area. Sleeping area is usually allocated in the bedroom. It's called the bedroom. In the bedroom, we usually have a bed where you rest or take your sleep or take your nap, or even use it for changing clothes, dressing up, etc. You can even have a small study table inside the bedroom which can be used as a study with proper lighting and space. If a bedroom is small, you feel the bedroom is small, the beds can be used for children. You can't have a bigger bed in a small bedroom, so have a smaller bed. Have a smaller bed, a smaller side table and a smaller dressing area, or instead you can even go for bunk beds so that a lot of space is saved. You can even have charpais or folding beds to avoid congestion in the house. Side tables, etc. have to be there, and it's always important that while you're reading, your room is well lit. Table lamp, water bottle, watch, dressing area, etc. And they can be kept at a very nearby distance. Instead of having a dressing table, if you feel that your room is quite small, don't have a dressing table, just have a mirror adjusted on the wall and it can save a lot of space. In the bedrooms, in different kind of bedrooms, there are almirahs, and we usually dress up in our bedrooms. So having almirahs attached to the wall is better off rather than having a cupboard inside the house which can take up a lot of floor space. And so it's better to have the almirahs ready inside the walls itself that can provide a lot of storage space rather than buying a different almirah. And it can provide a lot of storage space. Study area, be it for children or for adults, etc. It's important to have tables, bookshelves, etc. on a nearby distance so that work can be done quickly. Good lighting, natural lighting, and least disturbance. Pen holders, printers, etc. to be kept at a near distance. Electric points, etc. can be accommodated for the stationery. Entertainment and recreation areas, wherein all family members watch TV together, chat together and do similar kinds of work. This can either be in drawing room or around. I have discussed with you different kinds of areas in the house. Some houses can even have a one room only. So the concept of one room house, we can adjust in one room. How we can do that? Let me explain. So if the household is very small, you can have the pre-preparation of the food, etc., washing, cooking, serving, all in the kitchen. Have the storage counters ready, gas, stoves, etc., quite nearby, and you can utilize the space inside the kitchen itself. Have transparent containers and keep them properly labeled. In a smaller household, if you can't have the time or you can't have the space to check all the boxes, so it's always best to have transparent containers that are labeled. Provide adequate lighting and ventilation in work centers or in the rooms. The rooms have to be well lit. Even if the rooms are small, just remember that they are well lit and provide positivity in the house. Make all the work centers clean and tidy, clean and maintain so that no sickness can happen. It's very important to keep the house clean every day. As far as possible, just have a built-in storage and cupboards so that less and less floor space is occupied. As you can see in the picture also, there's a modular kitchen and it's easy to store food in there. So it saves a lot of space. Now let's discuss the relationship between space organizations and aesthetics. As you can see, we always like an aesthetically pleasing house, something that gives us different feeling that our house is artsy and looks cleaner. So let's discuss that. So if the room is big, it's wise to have wiser furniture. If the room is small, don't have big furniture or big sofas in the house. Just have the furniture matching with the size of the room, and that is how it looks aesthetically pleasing. Organized look. As you can see in the picture, the bed is there, the sleepers are there, and everything is looking very organized. So if the house is very organized, it looks aesthetically pleasing. Rather than having everything spilled here and there, always have it organized. The arrangement of equipment, furniture, fixtures, etc., and the other things should be clear, and it should not hinder your movement. It's easy, just remember that the movement should be easier. As you can see in the picture, the arrangement of furniture and equipment in a room in accordance to the activities that you are performing. For example, if you're not using a particular room, for example, there's dining table and you've not been using dining table at all. You always eat in your bedroom. What's the point of having it around? So just find out ways of utilizing the things that you've been using, that you need to use. If you're not using something, it has to be done away with. Lighting. The lighting has to be very, very good. The window, the ventilation is very important. In a one-room apartment, the work area should be arranged in such a way that things are distinguished from each other and still there is space. Colors. Colors of the walls. It's always good to go for whites or lighter colors in the wall, and the lighter it is, the more visually clear it is. Rather than having dark colors on the ceiling, go for creamish, off-whites, white color rather than going for dark, dingy colors. The lighter the room, the prettier it is. Placement of suitable decorative items like indoor plants, which look very well pleasing in the room. You can have smaller decorative pieces as well. Thank you.